Right, Sean, Katie, Sean. So Katie, we have a series where you're introducing me to K-pop. Now it's my turn to introduce you to...
We've been doing this a lot longer than...
Yeah, but this isn't picking from the box. You can watch the birds as well later on if you want.
No.
Right, okay, well there you go. I'm introducing you to classic horror films. And Nightmare on Elm Street, you know, it's up there, ranks up there.
I'm not very happy about this. I didn't agree to this.
So the two we're going to start with, A Nightmare on Elm Street. I think I might just show you this one and then move on to another one, because, well, I might show you one or two. I might show you two or three, because after it gets a bit ridiculous. It's not worth watching. And it's not worth watching again until Freddy vs. Jason. Yeah, that's the thing.
Okay. That doesn't mean anything to me. I haven't seen either of those two.
Right, yeah. So this one is A Nightmare on Elm Street, 1984. Okay, ready? I should context this, right? Because I think I've just heard him go to the toilet, so you might hear us. This, I don't remember everything from this film. I know bits from this film, because my first memory of this film was being maybe 7-year-old, and my dad traumatising me with it. Nicole was, what, 13, so she was okay. And then I ended up having a nightmare about a particular scene. I think it's this film. I think it's this one, or it might be another one. But I'll tell you the scene that traumatised me.
Let's make our parents out to be so bad, especially Dad when it comes to horror films.
I wasn't really that old. I was a bit older, but I was not the legal age. It was alright. I had my family there. I just didn't sleep that night.
If I have a nightmare tonight, I will not be very happy. Oh, I thought he was cutting his own finger off there.
Okay, don't need to be so paranoid. Was that supposed to be him welding that on? Because if he wasn't welding.
Are you going for the accuracy of welding here?
He was not welding there. Wes Craven? You should know who Wes Craven is. You know who Wes Craven is, don't you?
I've heard of the name, I can't place the face though.
You won't be able to place the face because he's the director. He's a really famous horror director. He directed Scream.
Oh, good for him. He clearly likes to traumatise people.
I think it might have been this film that traumatised me. Oh look!
Oh, Dad. Why are you stopping every 5 seconds for you stupid woman?
Because she evidently doesn't know where she is.
I don't care. All the better to just run and go for it. If I'm in a situation like this, I'm not stopping. You just see dust.
Yeah, but that's also why you would probably twonk your head off like a bar or something and keel over.
Hey, at least I'm not alive for the murder. Well, awake for the murder.
I don't think this will traumatise you as much as you think.
I get scared just of concepts.
I know you are a bit of a wimp, but I don't think this will traumatise you that much.
What was that like watching the Blair Witch Project? Just the concept enough was enough to freak us out.
This one isn't quite as ambiguous as that one is.
I know, it's the concept. The idea that he gets you in your sleep and you don't even realise that you're asleep.
You okay, Tina?
Why does it always have to be children that sing these kind of things? Like,
Hey!
how young must Johnny Depp have been there?
Johnny Depp? I don't know.
Donny
Depp? Which one? Johnny Depp or Donny Depp?
They say things get really weird just before.
Johnny Depp.
I don't know. I imagine
He
sort of
looked really
20s.
young, didn't he?
20s there about. Oh, yeah. How old is he now? He's about 50 now, isn't he?
When my mom's
About that, yeah.
That might have been even younger. Did you get what he was doing? You understand what he was doing there, don't you?
He was trying to trick his mother.
Yeah, with sound effects.
It worked like a charm.
80s haircuts. Just think our parents probably had haircuts like that.
Yeah, probably.
Can you imagine how dad with a mother like that?
I'm gonna punch out your ugly lights, whoever you are.
Yeah, you tell them, Johnny.
It's Rod Lane bringing last down just 3 yards from the goal line.
I think it was this film. I think this film did traumatize me. Is this going to be one of those videos where you don't talk at all because you're too busy
Yeah, I'm too
focusing on
too tense.
and not being scared? See, I would say that, like, normally in a dream it's easier to stay with people, but normally in my dreams I always tend to be the one that gets betrayed by people. Especially by you lot. Especially by you lot.
A dog with wings and stuff, it's like not...
This was the scene that traumatized me as a child.
Why is his arm so
Please,
low?
God.
This is God.
Bit low.
Jeez.
The boyfriend were trying to reach
You
What's the coroner got? Something like a razor was the weapon, but nothing was found.
you
at
expecting
the
the
scene.
main character to die?
It looks like the victim's boyfriend.
No.
Where is she?
Or appeared to be the main character?
Rod Lane.
Did you notice that she was running very sort of...
Yeah, that's what I thought at the beginning. I was like, why is she running so weird? But
Earlier with her boyfriend Rod Lane.
It's
Lane is
because
now the subject of a citywide manhunt.
it's a dream in it.
Straight
yeah,
razor or
do
similar
run weird
sharp
in a dream,
object
don't
is
you?
not yet
Hold it!
It fell into...
Jesus Christ!
Oh, this is going to be a Haechan nightmare.
It's Shadow Nightmare.
He fell right into that trap, didn't he?
Right there. In the Roman streets,
She touched her as well.
as
See
stars
that?
with trains of fire
Just
and
touched
dews
her
of
on the
blood,
arm.
disasters in the
She
sun
was
and
trying to
moist
comfort
air.
her.
Sexual assault.
China's influence in empire stands.
Her friend died like yesterday.
Don't be so on edge.
Yeah, it's me. I know, but it's difficult to know when you're dreaming. That's the thing.
I wonder if she's dreaming.
Well, yeah, obviously I know that now, but it's not like there wasn't like an obvious tell, you know.
Yeah. I think
It
that's
wasn't
what,
until she saw the dead body of her friend I was like, oh, okay.
yeah. That's what this film does quite well.
There's not like some weird like, you know.
Christ, I jumped there. Yeah, weirdo.
Why are you continuing to follow the blood trail? Like,
What's your like
People are-
emergency stop for a dream? What do you do when you're in a dream and you want to get out of the dream quickly? What's your emergency stop? What is it?
emergency stop. Water usually. Splash my face with like get cold water.
I just do that in a dream.
It's fine. Water?
I just shut my eyes.
Yeah.
Like I proper like. And then I wake up in bed.
Or like falling. If you like trip.
Oh yeah,
That
the
usually
kick.
wakes you up, doesn't it?
The kick, yeah. I use Inception language now.
How is she not realising this? That she's in a dream? How is she not looking around going, how is this in a school?
Do you not think something like this would be in a school?
Ah, not my schools.
1980s?
What is it? What is this? Like a boiler room?
Who are you?
That doesn't answer the question, weirdo.
Oh, that's another one. That's another classic dream trope. I swear I read...
It'd probably be quite interesting to make a movie like this, like thinking of just
Because I was just...
tropes that you
I was
could
just about to
use.
say, yeah, I'm sure I watched a documentary where Wes Craven was like trying to come up with as many dream nightmare tropes as he could.
Is there like a staircase where someone's trying to run up and they're like...
And they're just never-ending stairs.
Come on, girl, wake yourself up.
Oh.
Bash your head off the pipe. Wake yourself up, come on.
There's a ladder just there.
Come to Freddy.
There is an element of sort of figuring out in this.
Did he die in a boiler room? Is that why his face is all mingy mangled?
It's interesting that they let him keep his leather jacket. Is that not prison attire in American prisons?
Yeah. I like orange, don't you? Like orange.
Jumpsuits.
Yeah. What are you doing, you idiot? I mean, that's just like the people that stand in front of the mirror and say Bloody Mary over and over again. It's like, what are you trying to achieve?
Death.
Oh, I don't like that.
Yeah, mother. Oh, for Pete's sake. That's what I say to my mum all the time.
Yeah, we call her mother as well,
Yeah.
instead of just mum.
Oh, for Pete's sake, mother.
And she fell asleep.
Again.
She's asking to be killed.
You keep that turn right the way up. You keep that turn right the way up. Keep it turned right the way up. I know that trick.
I'll turn down your bed, okay? Alright, I'll get my pajamas on. Okay.
What does that mean?
What?
Turn down your bed. Why is the bed turned up?
Don't lock the door. Oh.
I know. At what point do you take a hint? You wouldn't be able to hack a TV that small, would you? I think your iPad's bigger than that. You kids. You don't know.
You're only 6 years older than me.
You don't know what it was like to live in the 80s.
And you do.
Neither do.
Oh God, I look 20 years old.
And
Lol.
the bad
Did you
thing
have any
is,
weird dreams last night?
Just look like a rock.
Do you believe that people can dream about what's going to happen?
So you do have to also feel sorry for them, right? Because at what point do you start going, right, my dreams are killing me here? But that would sort of go on, well, now I'm crazy now. I'm
yeah. It is clever though, I guess, having someone watch guard, but at the same time, what is he supposed to do if he gets that? He can't.
look.
How? Slap her.
Water. It's like you were saying, water.
Well, yeah, but you saw what it was like when he was getting Tina though. He was just.
Didn't try to wake her up though, did he?
Well, no, I mean you couldn't. You was like going up the roof and that.
She was doing the worm on the roof, wasn't she?
He could end up in the same predicament. He could end up her dying and him just being like.
Yeah, and then Johnny Depp,
Glenn?
yeah. Getting accused of something he didn't do.
You still watching?
Yeah, it's all gross and stuff. If there's one thing Wes Craven knows, it's gross.
jeez. I knew that was coming as well, and it made me jump.
So how she's sort of just fumbling and tripping.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Damn it.
Johnny Depp, you're dropping the ball here, bro. Ah yes, get the pillow.
Feathers everywhere. Make up, Glenn. Come on.
You'd be like, bro, you had one job.
Okay. Call me if you need anything, okay? Okay.
I will, I'll pick you up on the dial-a-phone.
Right.
He, right, here's a little fact for you. He, her dad, was in what many consider to be the first slasher movie. It's filmed people incorrectly. I know there's like police procedure and everything, but for the 30 seconds it would have taken them to walk down, why didn't they just walk down and check on him?
And he wears a weird hat. And a red and green sweater, really dirty. And he uses these knives, like giant fingernails.
I don't know who he is. The town, like, covering up this.
You better keep her home.
That's the thing. Another thing that will annoy me, if they do know about this and they're not telling her, it's like obviously she knows who this person is. Doesn't that imply that she could be next? Why would you like? No, an institute.
It didn't know. It didn't.
I don't see
It didn't.
why you couldn't just give me a...
Wait.
She's smoking in a hospital.
Yeah, this was the 80s, Katie.
She's going into deep sleep now.
Smoking was healthy for you back in the 80s.
Heart rate is a little high.
Where did you get that?
Come on, gotta give her some credit.
My
She obviously,
grandfather's head.
she obviously put up a fight. Good for her.
After all this, as like them, as at least as a mother, you'd kind of be like, okay. If that was me, I'd be like, you know what?
Well, they don't seem to understand why her dreams are getting her.
You'll feel better when you get some sleep.
Feel better? You call this feeling better?
Yeah. Which part of her does he have to cut
Grab
off?
that bottle and veg out with you.
Why wouldn't you tell her? This is the thing that annoys me.
Nancy, it's just a nightmare.
That's enough.
It's a nightmare on Elm Street.
Nice.
She didn't say it. She didn't say that. So, she knows who Freddy Krueger is.
So obviously it was like a real person, not like. So.
Can you lucid dream? You've got any control over your dreams. Mother!
What's with the bars?
She was waiting so long to do that.
Security. Did they put him away? Oh, the lawyers got fat and the judge got famous, but somebody forgot to sign the search warrant in the right place, and Krueger was free just like that. What did you do, Mother?
Is that how?
A bunch of us parents tracked him down after they let him out. We found him in an old abandoned boiler room where he used to take his kids. Then lit the whole thing up and watched it burn.
I couldn't sleep knowing that they were in the house either. That's even worse.
And just put bars on the windows. Psycho woman.
As if she's like, that's where she's going. I understand from her point of view. She's like, okay, there's no way he could be alive.
Look at Johnny Depp in a crop top. God, can she not just say, the nightmare on Elm Street is over?
She's becoming a bit creepy. I understand the issues, but like...
They're also murderers. She is also a murderer. Fair enough, you know, the guy deserved it, but... He's a murderer.
Yeah, technically.
Did you see how it gave you all the clues to sort of figure out who he was? What his backstory was?
Did it?
Yeah. He's in a boiler room. He was in the school. He's only killing school kids. Something had to have caused all those scars on his face. That said, it's not one that I would assume any normal person would be able to get.
Oh no, I was.
If you'd guessed
I
assumed
he would have been burned because it looked like he had burns on his face.
Yeah. Yeah, it's one of those things where the more you try to plead your case, the more insane you sound.
Oh, yeah, unfortunately. She's really gonna try and pull him out of like the dream though. That's like really like that'd be really impressive if she could do that.
Glenn's asleep. You'll have to talk to him tomorrow. You've just got to be firm with these kids. That's all. Let's go. As a matter of fact.
Gosh. Do you understand what that is? What he's just did there?
Cutting the line.
Yeah. Basically, it's not going to ring.
Yeah. See, I knew that.
Now that's your worst nightmare on Elm Street, isn't it?
Imagine just having your TV rested on your lap like that.
He'd wake up and his leg is just dead.
How are they going to explain all this?
Now where's that snotty father figure now?
Ah yes, an ambulance. To come and collect what?
The blood? Are you telling me they can't do an autopsy on the blood? Figure out exactly what killed him? Time of death? Oh, you're not so brave now, are you?
Well, his son's leaking through the roof. How would you react?
Yeah, apparently he's dead.
Oh dear me, they just bring down buckets.
Listen, Daddy, I've
They're
got
just
a
scooping him and putting him down the sink.
I mean, I have no idea what kind of trap she's laying, like.
Light bulb is trying to electrocute him or something. Tripwire.
Looks like she's never seen a dream. Is this just going to work again? Is she going to comedically fall through her own traps?
Were they shotgun bullets? She just find herself some shotgun bullets.
Okay.
Why not use the shotgun?
I was going to say, you said, are these shotgun bullets? It's America.
I know, but why not just use the shotgun?
Sledgehammer.
I mean, fair play to her. She's going through a lot of effort. But
Because I don't want to seem sexist, but she's a teenager and she's quite frail. Have you ever seen someone shoot a shotgun?
no.
She'd probably do more damage to herself than she would to him.
Since he saw it.
What's the coroner got to say? He's just blood!
I guess I should have told
Does this one scared you more or less than Candyman did?
Both kind of similar.
Yeah, there's been one or two jump scares, hasn't there?
Yeah.
I think you've been creeped
It's
out
more
more
of
than
it's
anything
more
else,
of the
isn't it?
concept and.
I don't really think sort of jump scary. That sounds like a bad idea. Sort of jump scary slasher films didn't really come about until after the 90s. Scream sort of kicked it
Why
in.
wouldn't you want to sit beside her mother?
This time,
Final
it's
showdown.
personal. And of course she's got slippers on. The most impractical shoes. You'd think if she's going through all that effort setting up all these traps, she would be wearing like
Combat boots.
combat boots, camouflage.
You would have every light in the house and it wouldn't be dark like that.
She put shotgun powder in it.
And?
This is what I was talking about. I don't know about blowing her own face off.
Why would you? Why?
Because Katie, she's not running away from him now. She's hunting him down. Like I said, this time it's personal.
Fair play to her, but if I was to ever be chased by like a murderer, crazy person, I'd want it to be like in a flat area where there's no stairs or ladders. Because that's the downfall. Trying to get upstairs and ladders quick enough is like,
especially a spiral staircase.
That's just you could just get your ankles and what are you gonna do?
Someone told me that Freddy Krueger is apparently based on someone. I don't think he is. I think it's. I swear it's one of those things where people are like, "Oh, Freddy Krueger killed 20 kids," and people are like, "Oh, John Wayne Gacy, he killed 17 kids." They're obviously very similar, but in reality, they're not. Not really.
Yeah, I would just give up.
Would you?
I mean, if I can't even sleep, then yeah.
Then what am I?
Exactly. There are a few things in this world that give me joy: sleep and food. Oh! Jeez. Stop it! Good girl.
No, see.
The convenience of having a coffee machine in your room.
I say now he's not in the dream, is he? So he's not invincible.
Everything is gonna be all right.
Oh, you absolute boob!
Maybe I better go tell a lieutenant.
Oh, maybe.
Oh! I hate.
Did he not just hear that explosion?
Now she's in the basement. What are you gonna do in the basement? Run, girl, run.
Yeah, maybe run away from the horrific burning murderer man.
Oh wow.
Oh,
Took your time, didn't you?
Has that mother? Has that mother not heard all this? God, he certainly knows how to be gross.
I know the secret now. This is just a dream. You're not alive. This whole thing is just a dream.
Did I keep you awake last night? You look a little bit peaked.
No? I guess I just slept heavy.
Yeah.
I'll see you.
Looking good, girl.
What's going on?
Hey, I'm not doing this. I'm not doing
What's
this.
going on with the window?
He just snatched her up.
I feel like he jumped a lot more in this one than he did in Candyman. Wes Craven's quite good at getting you off guard, isn't he?
Because I thought I was done. I had relaxed. My body was like chilled out.
That's the point.
No. Shut up.
Go on then, what do you think?
really weird.
Weird?
Yeah.
Just weird?
I don't know, I just don't fully understand how did he become like...
Trapped in the dream realm.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And how is it as simple as she could just say no? You know what? Nah.
It didn't work, did it?
Yeah, but he didn't kill her though.
Did you not notice the car?
Like, yeah, I noticed the car.
With the stripes on it?
Yeah, I noticed that. I noticed the car started being weird, but but you didn't see them die.
I just assumed they were in the dream. Well, my thing is that she never beat him. Because, there's more Nightmare on Elm Street. That's pretty much it. I don't think there's all that much ambiguous ending. I don't think it's meant to be ambiguous.
Just weird.
Better or
that
worse
could have done what?
than the other horror films you've watched on here? So you've watched the 5 Screams. You've watched the 5 Screams.
Yeah.
Candyman.
It's a different
Blair
kind of
Witch.
horror movie, that though. It's just
Same
different.
director.
It's just different. I was a little more like, I don't know.
So
The concept was definitely creepy. I felt like I was more creeped out of Blair Witch, but I felt like I did jump quite a bit in this.
Blair Witch is a lot more subtle than this is. This isn't very subtle at all. The closest this came to subtlety was when Johnny Depp died. That was it. And even then, after he dies, the whole place gets flooded with his blood, so it's kind of like, it's not that subtle. I don't even think a human being has that much blood inside them. So like 3 pints, isn't it?
It's just, do you know what it is, right? And I don't know if it's just because I've become accustomed to like modern films, but I felt myself being taken out of it with like the obvious age of the film, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like when Tina was dying and she was like getting dragged around and all the blood on her, I'm kind of like, that's
yeah.
I was kind of like,
It was
it
still,
just looks like
you know,
someone's doused her in pain. It was still creepy.
Like
I still
the
jumped.
bit where you actually saw the bits going down.
Yeah, and it, like there were still good effects, but I felt like there were still moments where I was like, taken out of it, which I felt like was the case for like Psycho. When you watched that,
Yeah, like the bit where it was
like
falling down the stairs.
you could tell they were trying to get around.
Yeah. But
certain points.
for the time, it would have been sort of.
Oh yeah, I can understand that. Yeah.
Revolutionary.
But that's what I mean. Obviously, I'm.
Yeah, you're a product of your time.
Yeah. Still creepy though.
Yeah, you jumped a few times.
Yeah.
I think I jumped once actually. I think I jumped when.
It's just the concept, isn't it? Like I would just give up. I genuinely, if I can't even dream, I'd just be like, just take me.
Was it?
Either that, or I would just like, yeah. I don't think I could go long without sleep.
I would just rely on the dogs to save me.
They would wake you up.
Yeah.
No, but I wouldn't want anything to happen to the dogs.
I don't care.
Oh.
I'm only joking. Yeah, so basically, I might make you watch one more of the. You might watch one sequel, but there's about 5, 6, 7. I think there's 7 sequels, and then they did a modern reboot, and none of them are very good.
Not even the modern ones.
No, because the modern one tried to be a lot similar to this one, but most audiences were like you, where it was kind of like, we're used to it by now. It's not really all that scary.
Yeah. That's the thing. I don't know. I was more intrigued about the actual story, who he was.
Yeah.
How I'm still even like it didn't explain how he got trapped in like this dream world.
The dream realm.
I would have been more impressed if she'd like started lucid dreaming, where she pulled out just like a machete and just started like, I assumed that's where they were going with it when they was talking about lucid dreaming. Was that she was going to start taking control of her own dream.
Basically, the reason I'm not going to make you watch any of the other ones after, I might make you watch the second one, but apart from that, I'm not making, because basically, all they become is like they basically become what the Saw franchise became. It's just the most
just gruesome for the sake.
Yeah, just the most imaginative kills that they can come up with. Like that one, when you think about it, there's only 4 kills in that film. There's Tina, Rod, Glenn, and her mother.
Yeah.
Is there only them 4? and none of them have particularly like over the top, really gruesome deaths. And then you might think that I'm being
they're bloody,
being
but
silly.
they're not.
Yeah,
There's a lot of blood, but it's not actual like.
Yeah.
There's not like guts and innards falling out everywhere and heads being chopped
and
off.
I'm not entirely sure that I could make a video with certain Nightmare on Elm Street kills that could be watchable. I'll struggle with this. But you know.
Yeah.
So stay tuned, because the next one in the series is Alien.
You saying it like that?
Alien's fun. I think you'll like Alien.
I don't think I will.
I don't think you'll like Alien, but I think
I
I'll like you not liking Alien.
Do you know what? I feel like have I not seen just a singular scene? Was it from Alien? It might have been from something completely different. Is Alien quite gory and ugh? I'm sure Dad had a movie on that I thought was a part of like the Alien franchise or whatever.
You might have been watching Prometheus, which is one of the newer ones.
Where it seemed old. It was just like a man and he was like cut in half and he was kind of just like sat there and his like intestines were just there. Or was that something completely different? For some reason in my mind, I was like, that's Alien.
No.
That's like Alien.
I don't think that's
not?
Alien. Unless you've misinterpreted a scene, I don't think that's Alien.
I'm like, because for some reason my brain was just like, oh, that's Alien. That it was just a man, just like he was still alive. I don't know how he was just kind of, and his innards were there.
Is it Lake Placid? That might be another one to add to the list. Lake Placid. I don't think I'll struggle with Lake Placid though.
Lake Placid.
Well, can you not guess? Lake Placid.
Is that what?
No, never mind.
Something to do with a lake that becomes placid.
Oh my, is that what it is?
I don't know.
So what we're going to do is, right, I'm going to let you know now, we're going to have, at some point we'll watch The Birds, because that's our box, we'll pick from the box. But this series is just going to be me showing you classic horror films. So we're going to watch, there's going to be this one, then there'll be Alien.
That's me, you're traumatising me.
Yeah. This is what
my father I'm easily traumatised. You and Nicole were like seasoned and like
we weren't seasoned when it was happening.
Yeah, but you had each other to
we had to bury ourselves in blankets.
Yeah, I don't have any of that.
Because you're 20.
I don't care.
Nicole was in her teenage years. I was a toddler.
I'm a whip though. We know this. When it comes down to the three of us, I cannot handle horror movies. My poor, fragile heart can't take it. I end up having a heart attack one of these days.
So the next ones we're going to watch for you is coming up next. There's going to be Aliens, going to be the next one. Then we're going to watch The Thing, and then we're going to watch Aliens, which is the second one. And then after that, we might watch Prometheus and Alien Covenant, because Alien Covenant was quite good, and then the modern ones. Okay. So like the video, tell us what your worst nightmare is. Keep it clean. Keep it clean. Tell us what your worst nightmare was. What horrific movie villain scared you as a child the most? Freddy. Well, it wasn't Freddy for me. It was Leatherface. Because there's a bit in Leatherface that's like really famous and it really cracked the life out of us.
Remember when we watched Mirrors? I remember watching Mirrors and me freaking out with Mirrors.
This again. Oh my word. Shows you how much of a wimp. It was like a 15 rated film.
I feel like I was a child. I actually was a child, a very young child.
Are you trying to imply that I wasn't a child?
You're 6 years older than me. You weren't a child. You were like a teenager.
Not when we watched that. Not when we watched that. Whenever me and Dad was dead set on traumatising me and Nicole, he said, you toddling off to bed with my mum.
But yeah.
Pair of wimps.
And Dad knew from my experience watching Mirrors and how I freaked out watching that. Dad knew he couldn't get away with that.
This is going to be a nightmare. You're going to really struggle with the next two films then.
I can't.
You're going to struggle, I don't mind telling you.
It wasn't even the movie, it was when she started splitting her own head open. I was like, well...
Yeah, you sat there and like cheered like a little when you went to see Twilight and that guy had his head ripped off.
I didn't like that either. Something about having your head pried off. Like
people
that.
watching this after having told them what films are coming out, you're gonna struggle. Don't worry.
Am I allowed a blanket?
Nope.
Not even the cervical
You're
blanket. You're
allowed. No, you're not wear that when we watch it on time. You're allowed a napkin.
Napkin. Oh no.
Yeah.
What about my hoodie blanket thing that Mum got me for Christmas?
Nope.
That's a hoodie?
No. Okay. You're not hiding behind your hoodie. So yeah, tell us some stuff like that, some classic horror films. Tell us what horror guy or person or thing always scared you.
Tell us some comedies or like rom-coms.
Oh, that is going to be another one. Classic comedies.
Or like rom-coms or cheesy stuff, not horror stuff.
Horrors get the most reaction. Let me outdraw the video. Then like the video, subscribe, ding the bell, notify. What is that? What is it? I forgot.
Ding the bell, be notified.
Ding the bell, be notified when we upload. We upload every day. Anything else you want to say? So you can do the rhyme.
No. Someone needed to like tell those children. If that was me and those children was chanting like that, I would slap them. If that was their mother, I would be like, get a grip.
With your house coat, with your gang, get off the street!
Like
you damn kids!
And I'm like a walking stick, leave me nana. I'd come out with my scooter.
You'd have the dog with you. Get out the street before I set the dog on you! Just an empty cup that's supposed to pretend to be a cup of tea. Get out the street, kids!
Oh no,
Right. Thank you for watching.
It wouldn't even be that. It would be like a Lucasade or something. It wouldn't even be a cup.
No, but you would have it in a cup. You would have it in a cup so you could go, get out the street, kids! This is what your face would be like. When you're like 22, you'd be like, get out the street, kids!
Wait, I was talking about being when I'm like old and decrepit and like...
I mean, now. This is what I'm like. I go out in my shorts. Get out the street, kids! Thank you for watching.